It's your tour guide around the SWAC Wells.
How long the tour bus, so let's go. Wednesday and Sunday out when you can take the tour.
Hop on now, we starting out. Texas land, the Panthers shout. Tigers roar and deserts drought. What's that whisper? Ain't no doubt. Next to Boot got Jacks to see. More tigers prowling, making others flee. Arkansas, a quick short spree. Golden Lions, they run free.
How long the tour bus, so let's go. Wednesday and Sunday out when you can take the tour.
We love the sip, so we raising cheers. Delta doubles, fueling fears. Braves and Tigers through the years. Echo loud and crowded spheres. Swing through Bama, hear them call. Hornets buzzing, stand up tall. Bulldogs barking in the hall. Feel the rhythm break or fall. Sunshine State, we ending last. Rattlers creeping, moving fast. Join the chorus, make it blast. Wildcats past and future, hold it fast. SWAC stories on the stage. Every chapter turning page.
All right, everybody, what is going on, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to our day 3 recap of the SWAC tournament. I am your tour guide around the SWAC Wells coming at you, and we're gonna recap the action that took place tonight. 2 men's quarterfinals, 2 women's quarterfinals, final set of quarterfinals, semis tomorrow, and championship on Saturday. So the SWAC tournament is moving along rapidly, and we are gonna start off the action on the women's side. Before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit those socials. SWAC Talk is Instagram SWAC Talk, Twitter SWAC Talk 76, Facebook SWAC Talk. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and share your thoughts on the action today. And let's get with it. So on the women's side, first game that we have is the number 3 seed Alabama A&M Bulldogs taking on the number 6 seed Alcorn State Braves. And Alcorn does it again. This team has beaten all 4 of the top seeds this season, and they have looked really good in beating those teams, and they are a legitimate contender for the championship, and they are well deserving of being in the semifinals. They defeated Alabama A&M 56-53. The Bulldogs season comes to an end, but I think this team has a bright future. They surprisingly won more than 20 games this season, so I think they can build on this. Coach Thornton's first year, so we'll see if they can get better than they were already, which was a pretty good season. But they faced the Alcorn team that just has been a thorn in everybody's side at the top of the standings. And so it's no shame to lose to this team. Everybody else has done it. You just happen to be the one to lose to them in the tournament. This was actually a back and forth affair, as the score indicates. Alcorn led after the first quarter, 16-9. The Bulldogs would outscore them 10-7 in the second half, but that would send Alcorn into the lead up into the half up 23-19. Another good first half. Another good second quarter for the Bulldogs, outscoring the Braves 20-12 in the third, and then a 21-14 fourth quarter for Alcorn will give them a 3-point victory, 56-53. It looked like for a while Alabama A&M was going to pull away, especially in that third quarter. They had a nice run to kind of open up the lead a little bit, but Alcorn just doesn't quit, and they stay within what they do, and what they do is Destiny Brown. She gets it done for them. She finished with 20 points on the night, had 13 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. She was 9 of 16 from the field and 2 of 5 from the line. She was the only Brave in double figures. So she really did the bulk of the work in this game for them. She led the team in rebounding as well, by by five. The second highest rebounder on the team was Nakia Cheatham with 8 rebounds. She also had 4 points, but Janae Anderson had 9 points as the second leader scorer for the team. She was also 2 of 2 from three. Um, Alcorn finished shooting 37% from the field, 18 of 48. They were 3 of 13 from three for 23%, 17 of 27 from the free throw line for 63%. They had 40 rebounds, 11 assists, 5 steals, 4 blocks, and 26 turnovers, which is amazing that they won with 26 turnovers. They also had 20 fouls. Alabama A&M was led by Lauren Pendleton with 17 points. She also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists, 1 steal. She was 8 of 20 from the field, 0 for 3 from three, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Their only other double-digit scorer on the night was Alicia Wilson. She had 10 points and 8 rebounds. Those 8 rebounds led the team. She also had 5 steals on the night, and she was 4 of 9 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Bulldogs shot 33% from the field, 20 of 59. They were only 1 of 14 from three, so neither team was hot at all from three. That's 7%, and they were 12 of 18 from the free throw line for 66%. They finished with 29 rebounds, so they definitely got outworked on the boards by 11. They had 11 assists as well, 16 steals. Like I said, Alcorn had 26 turnovers, so they did a good job of forcing turnovers with those 16 steals. They did not block a shot. They finished with 15 turnovers and 21 fouls. So this was just, like I said, this is the kind of game that Alcorn has been winning. They just don't give up, and they stay within what they do. And like I said, what they do is get the ball. Destiny Brown, let her go to work. She get the ball up top, go left, lay it in. It's like she gonna do work for them, and they know what their identity is, and they don't deviate from it. And it's been giving everybody problems. A couple of losses to Valley go the other way, and this team would have been 12-6 at minimum heading into the tournament, which would have probably put them at the fifth spot at minimum. Again, a couple other losses they had that probably could have turned into wins. And you can say that about about anybody else, but I just think that this team definitely is a team that had that showed that they had the potential to be a team to play at the top of the standings, but for whatever reason they just come up short in certain games. But big win for them. They head on to the semifinals where they would face Texas Southern, who they just beat not that long ago. So that should be a very interesting matchup there. Our last quarterfinal on the women's side was another entertaining game that came down to the final few seconds, and that's Jackson State getting past getting past Grambling State by a score of 57-47. This game actually was a lot closer than that at the end. I think it was like 47-50, 40, something like that toward the end of the game before Grambling ended up with a technical foul, and Jackson State made some free throws to extend that lead out to a 10-point victory. Grambling had actually taken the lead at 30, tied the game up at 39, and it was kind of back and forth from there. But Jackson State was able to pull away and pick up a big victory over the Tigers of Grambling State. So with that, JSU holds off the number 5 seed Tigers, and they move on to the semifinals where they will face Southern in the evening game. So let's see what happened. Grambling was led by Kyle Wormsley. She had 22 points, shooting 8 of 25 from the field, 2 of 9 from three, 4 of 5 from the line. She had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 assists. She was the only Grambling Tiger in double figures. Matter of fact, they only had 3 people score more than 5 points So this was mainly a one-woman show for Grambling. She did everything to keep them in the game, and they still were almost able to pull it off. Um, they just could not get over the hump in this game. They had a 16-8 third quarter, which kind of brought them back into the game, but getting outscored 18-7, 18-11 in the fourth quarter, excuse me, really did them in. They finished shooting 27% from the field, 17 of 61, 3 of 17 from three for 17%, and 10 of 21 from the free throw line for 47%. It's amazing they were even in this game with those shooting splits. They had 45 rebounds, so they did a really good job on the boards. 10 assists, 11 steals, 3 blocks, and 18 turnovers. Also 18 fouls. Jackson State was led in double figures by Liana Massenat. She had 18 points on the night. Also had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. She shot 7 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3. Also, Talia Dilworth finished with 12 points. As the only other with 12 points, she was 4 of 12 from the field, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 1 on 1 from 3. She finished with 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 4 steals. Dakaya Brit finished with 12 points, and she was 2 of 11 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3, 6 of 6 from the line. She had 8 rebounds, 2 steals. So a good game for her off the bench. Jackson State shot 31%, 18 of 57. They were 7 of 19 from the field, from the 3-point line for 36%, 14 of 22 from the free throw line for 63%. They finished with 46 rebounds, so they won the rebounding battle by 1. 11 assists, 10 steals, no blocks, and 18 turnovers. Also had 19 fouls. So good game for Jackson State. Really, was able to hold off Grambling. Grambling gave it everything they had, but ultimately just could not get over the hump once they tied the game up at 39. And like I said, Jackson State moves on to the semifinals to face Southern. The first women's semifinal is at 10 o'clock, and that's the number 6 seed Alcorn State against the number 2 seed Texas Southern. And then at 4:30, the number 1 seed Southern takes on the number 4 seed Jackson State. So this should be a very interesting semifinal. Like I say, all 4 teams are legitimate contenders. So no Cinderellas. Even though Alcorn is not a top seed, they're most definitely worthy of that if they were a little bit more consistent during the season. But all in all, there's 2 very solid semifinals, and that should make for a really good championship game when we get there on Saturday. Next up is our men's bracket, the final 2 quarterfinals on the men's side. And that first game is Alabama State against Texas Southern. And the TSU SWAC tournament magic is over for this year. This was there was a team that a lot of people, myself included, matter of fact, I changed my pick this morning to Texas Southern because I just felt like, they always seem to find a way. And, this year, Bama State seems to be that team that maybe is going to be kind of like the sleeper to win this tournament. And they had a really good game here. They jumped out to a 41-29 halftime lead. Texas Southern actually clawed their way back in it with a 50-43 second half. But the Hornets were able to get the lead back and kind of pull away for the win. So 84-79 is the score. Hornets pick up a big victory over the 4th seeded Tigers, move on to the semis where they face the 8th seed Grambling Tigers. So that's a very interesting matchup, and I look forward to that one. Alabama State was led by CJ Hines and TJ Madlock. They both had 15 points. Hines was 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Also, Madlock was 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 6 of 10 from the line. He had 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and their leading scorer on the night was Deontay Bass. He had 16 points off the bench, going 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from three, 1 or 2 from the line. He had 8 rebounds as well, 3 assists, 2 steals, big game there. And Michael Simpson finished with 10 points off the bench, going 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from three, 1 or 2 from the line. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Hornets shot 41% from the field, 27 of 65. They were 14 of 23 from three, 48%. Their three-point shooting continues to be hot toward the end of the season. They have been a team that's been a streaky shooting team from outside, but right now those shots are falling, and they're falling from everybody, and that makes them a dangerous team. 4 out of their starting 5 all made threes, except for Amar Knox, who is one of their top shooters. So they got threes from everybody. And and really only two people only two people on the bench did not make a three. And one of them is a 7-footer. So, everybody who took threes made threes except for Knox. He was 0 for 2. But that's a great 3-point shooting night. And when you're shooting like that, it's tough to beat. They were 16 of 28 from the free throw line, 57%. Finished with 39 rebounds, 16 assists, 13 steals, 4 blocks, and 12 turnovers. They also had 15 fouls. Texas Southern was led by Zaire Hayes with 24 points. He was 8 of 9 from the field, 6 of 7 from three, 2 of 2 from the line. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 block. Also, Kevion McClain, he had 15 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 5 from three. He had 3 rebounds and 6 assists, two steals. Their leading rebounder on the night was Grayson Carter with 8. And so they also got 14 points off the bench from Jalen Weisinger. He was 5 of 8 from the field, 0 for 1 from three, 4 of 6 from the line. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. Texas Southern shot 52%. This was a very hot shooting game, 30 of 57. They were 10 of 22 from three for 45%. Normally that's enough to win you a game, but when the other team makes 14 threes, that really hurts you. And they only shot 47% from the free throw line, so that did TSU in. Although Bama State didn't shoot well from the free throw line either. They were not. Texas Southern was 9 of 19 from the free throw line, 37 rebounds for the Tigers, 15 assists, 8 steals, 5 blocks, 18 turnovers, and 20 fouls. Again, Bama State, big win. Way to keep fighting and get the dub over a team who a lot of people felt was the favorite to win this, because Texas Southern just always finds a way to, at minimum, make the championship game. And this season, that did not happen. Alabama State moves on to take Grambling. They split the season series, both teams winning on the road. So this is a nice rubber match. Both teams, won by a decent margin on the other's home floor. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that matchup. Our final men's quarterfinal of the SWAC tournament is Bethune-Cookman beating Alcorn 69-60. And that has been a saying. It's been a saying forever in basketball, especially. It's hard to beat a team 3 times, and this tournament has proven that it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Southern lost to Grambling, a team that they swept going into the tournament. FAMU lost to Jackson State, a team they swept going into the tournament. And now Bethune beats Alcorn, a team who swept them in the regular season. So it's tough to beat a team 3 times, and all three of those matchups on the men's side went to the team that got swept. And so Bethune picks up the victory over the 6th seed Braves, 69-60, and they move on to the to the semifinals to take on number 2 Jackson State. Should be an interesting matchup there. JSU won both of those matchups, so we'll see what happens there. Alcorn was led by Jalik Gaines Wyatt. He had 21 points on the night, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Shot 8 of 16 from the field, 1 or 2 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the line. I always mess his name up. Benet was 19. He had 16 points, 8 rebounds. He also shot 8 of 12 from the field, and no free throw attempts for the big man. Marcus Tankersley, 11 points as well. He was 4 of 12 from the field, 3 or 4 from the line. He had 1 rebound, 4 assists on the night, 1 block. Alcorn finished with 25 of 62 night shooting from the field for 40%. They were 2 of 10 from 3 for 20%, 8 of 11 from the line for 72%. 40 rebounds for the Braves, 11 assists, 6 steals, 2 blocks, 17 turnovers, 12 turnovers and 15 fouls. Bethune-Cookman was led by Brayon Freeman, who had been injured for most of the season, well, most of the SWAC season. He came back. He had 19 points off the bench. Also finished with 1 rebound, 3 assists. He was 6 of 12 from the field, 3 or 4 from 3, and 4 or 6 from the line. Also in double figures with 12 points each was Khalil Kamara. He was 4 of 10 from the field, 3 or 8 from 3, 1 or 2 from the line. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. And Trey Thomas also had 12 points. He was 4 of 15 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, and 2 or 2 from the line. He had 8 rebounds and 5 assists and 1 steal for the Wildcats. They only played 7 guys in this game. Their team is not really deep on the bench. We'll see how that affects them moving forward. They only played 7 guys, so we'll see if the numbers hurt them in the next round. But they move on to the semis. They shot 43% from the field, 47% from 3, 10 of 21. They were 25 of 57 from the field, and they were 9 of 16 from the free throw line for 56%. They finished with 33 rebounds, 16 assists, 6 steals, 5 blocks, and 9 turnovers. They had 13 fouls on the night, and they advanced to take on Jackson State at 7:30 on Friday. That is a 2-3 matchup, and like I said, the other semifinal is a 8-5 matchup. That's a 1 p.m. game. So we have our semifinal set, and now we await what happens in these games on Friday and what will take us to the championship on Saturday. So with that being said, man, I'm your tour guide around the SWAC Seawell signing out, and I will catch y'all on the rebound. Peace.